don't think he's going to move on before then. But that's the big wages that Arsenal would like to get off of their wage bill. Because I just named out 2 players that have left in, well, one player Mkhitaryan select, another player that's leaving, 180 grand and 90 grand, big wages, but that's still not 350,000, which is what Everton's on after 1 week. They've got to do something about that. Either they've got to try and get him back into the team somehow, or is it going to be a loan, or is it going to just stay put sitting on the bench for a year? Players will do that. Another player on high wages that Arsenal are trying to move on, but this time this could be another deal that could be done because he may be willing to take a pay cut. That is Kolasinac. Now Schalke interested in a deal for him. Kolasinac was
2K Sports and the Corn Ferry Tour are proud to bring you today's event. Today's coverage of the Summit Championship is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beaver in the booth. Down on the course, it's hello to John McCann.
You know, he may be willing to take a pay cut because he's desperate to return back to Germany. Loved his time over there in Schalke, and could be on his way back over there. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. But I think Kolasinac definitely going to be another one of those players that's going to be on the move. Schalke also want Emil Martinez. That's the rumour.
Oh, that is
Schalke lost their #1 goalkeeper.
Let's see what he can do here today.
He joined Bayern Munich. He's sort of gone there to be backup goalkeeper. He went there on a free contract. They're desperately in need of a keeper, obviously. In Europe.
2 wins so far this season.
Since he's coming for Arsenal, they're all hovering around. As I said yesterday, he's set to sign a new contract, is what I'm hearing.
Opting for the 6-side.
He is on, tiny wages.
That's comfortably on the dance floor. Well played.
Players I've just named out. But Schalke said to be interested in signing Emil Martinez.
So feeling agree with that shot.
Other clubs. However, as I said, the rumours are that Emil Martinez could sign a new deal and stay put at Arsenal. I think that would be a very, very wise decision. Now, Dani Ceballos is returning to Arsenal. Lots of reports out there yesterday, including from Fabrizio Romano, who, by the way, we're going to be having on the show. So look out for that. He's going to be a special guest on AFTV. We're going to be talking all things transfers with him. But he yesterday was one of the journalists reporting that Ceballos has turned down 3 loan bids from various different clubs to return to Arsenal.
Starting around an
There's also rumours that Arsenal are going to pay a loan fee of around about €4 million and cover his wages.
Here we are at the second tee.
The big persuasion point, the person who really persuaded him, is apparently Mikel Arteta. He's the one who said to him, you know what, come back, play for Arsenal, you're going to figure heavily, come back. And as I've been saying for quite a while, you've got to remember, this is a Euros year. At the end of the season, the Euros are on. Of course, postponed from last season. A player like Dani Ceballos, desperate to get into that Spanish
Nicely
squad.
done.
He's got
Second
to be
shot
playing
on the
regular
second.
football to get into that Spanish squad. Now, you could go to a Real Betis or you could go to one of those other teams that he's been linked with, but will you be playing week in, week out?
Just needs a little bit more of a kick to the right.
Is that the same sort of profile playing for a Real Betis as playing for an Arsenal?
Well, a little off the target with that one.
Missing it long with that approach.
You've
not
got Mikel
a good
Arteta who
lead.
trusts in you and believes
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
It's kind of a no-brainer for me, and he will be returning back to Arsenal, and I think that's very good news for Mikel Arteta. Very important player. He sees him as, and I think Dani Ceballos, who started the season well.
Yeah!
What a shot!
Look at this in the hole. Can you believe it?
He's got to bring more goals.
Well, take another look at that.
I'd like to see him score more goals from midfield. But Dani Ceballos returning to Arsenal. That's good news for Arsenal. Now, the mystery of Gabriel. Really? Why hasn't he signed it? Why have we not heard anything?
Currently,
Gorgeous.
I suggested this a few days ago. I said that, he's on quarantine. Anybody coming in from France,
and after booting the last,
you've got to self-isolate. And of course, as a high-profile footballer, that's definitely got to be carried out, right? And you can't just, the self-isolation rules coming in and then going training among your teammates and that would be disastrous for a football club. And we've seen players in recent days catching COVID, Pogba had the COVID-19. Yesterday caught it. Got to be very careful with this. Of course, the whole country has to be. But the rumours are that he's already signed the deal. So he's already signed his contract. But they're just waiting out the quarantine period. Now, as I said a few days ago, how could he, say for instance, do all the promotional pictures, the pictures of him in the shirt and stuff like that, if he's in quarantine? You can't, can you? So maybe they're waiting for that quarantine period to finish, and then they'll do all those sort of, you know, public shots and stuff like that. Now, I estimate he would have been about 7 days in. Another 7 days left.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
That's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going.
It's the big thing now. It's all about.
We've arrived at a par 3.
Videos and, you know, announcement pictures. And just say the guy's signed. He's signed, but he's in quarantine.
Game with the 7.
Do an official unveiling on this day.
There might be one club too many.
That's how Arsenal do, man. They like to keep us waiting and waiting and waiting. Right?
That's some good golf right there.
The wait, right?
John, have you got a read on this one?
Like we have to wait on the Aubameyang one. The Aubameyang one could be announced today. A lot of people are saying. There was the thing with Willie about speaking to Troops the other day. So
get in there!
That should limit the damage. Nicely done. And with that, we'll move to 3 under par.
Like he could be coming in for an announcement.
Well, I'd like to have one more look at that, John.
If that happens. And Hector Bellerin. What's going to happen with Hector Bellerin? PSG are said to be very, very interested in him. I thought Bellerin had a good game at the weekend. Again, another player
nice.
Improving a lot, starting to get back to where we wanted to see.
Now leading by 1 shot.
The play so far has been stellar, increasing the lead. Luke, but can they maintain it?
They want Arsenal
Find
to
out.
lower their price.
It's time to step onto the tee here at the 5th.
Of course, PSG desperately need a right back. Thomas Meunier moved on. He's now gone to Borussia Dortmund. They desperately want a right back, and they really like Hector Bellerin. Could Bellerin be another player that leaves Arsenal before the end of the transfer window?
Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway.
You know, there's also Guendouzi as well. Lots of players that could be on the move this summer for Arsenal.
Beautiful.
Looking like a bit of momentum here, Rich.
Bellerin,
Go for another birdie.
Do you think that
Tell
would be
you
a
what,
right
they're set up quite nicely for the first opening holes. Birdies galore.
Probably about
Interesting choice of the driver here.
Move him on, but
Too hard. Too hard.
he's starting to look to me like he's starting to be in that Bellerin that, you know, we all loved back in the day when he sort of first sort of came on the scene at Arsenal.
And here we are with the third
Is it the
shot.
right time to sell him as well? A bit like the sort of Ainsley situation when you now starting to see the guy come back to where you want him to be. Of course, now you've got Cedric there. You've got Ainsley who can play that as well. So
Way too hard.
He just moved deeper under the car. This putt's for 4 under.
You know, it's not going to be a 5 million, 10 million deal, is it? It's going to be decent money involved in it. And all of that
This
money
one's
could go
dialed
to
in.
that pot for a...
Yes.
Down, that's booty number 4 today. And that will take him to 4 under. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage.
That's the route. So, do you cash in on
They'll be
Bellerin?
feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. There's a good chance to maintain
Anyway,
the
those are the
momentum.
rumours today. Thanks for watching the show. Congratulations again to our winner of the £1,000 Boohoo Man voucher. Keep it locked here on AFTV. As I said, we've got Fabrizio Romano coming up here on a special.
Looks like they've got a good swing on that one. That should find the short stuff.
Extra. Look out for that. I'll give you the dates of that on tomorrow's show. But thanks for watching the show. We'll be back tomorrow.
4 in a row. We're on some sort of a roll. Looking for the 9-iron. This one looks just a fraction too long to me. This putt will take them to 5 under par.
This is Oscar Extra.
Hello and welcome to another Arscast Extra, as always, with James from Gunner Blog. James, goodly morning to you.
Goodly morning to you too. We did it. The ultimate fighting.
Oh, you idiot!
Community Shield champions of the world.
Too hard.
Easy part of that.
Let's call it the Super Cup, the English
Leading
Super
by
Cup.
a shot.
I'm sure that will make it feel more proper.
Somebody actually referred to it as that in a thing I
afraid
saw
always
this morning
offer up
somewhere.
their
There was a
hope of a
question
hole in
for
one.
the show or a comment somewhere. I apologize, I've lost it, but I did see somebody refer to it as the Super Cup. I'm not sure we can go that far, but we'll get into it. We'll get into the super amazing Community Shield. A big high point in what I have to say was a weekend of profound disappointment for me, James.
Why is that?
Well, I went to the shops on Saturday to buy stuff and food, and I bought what I thought was a big pack of Reese's Pieces, kind of, you know, the ones with the hard shell and the kind of stuff in the middle.
right here.
No, those ones.
Delicious.
Yeah, delicious. Only it's like little bits of peanut butter. That's all. There's no shell, no chocolate, no nothing. It's just little kind of half peanut shaped bits of peanut butter.
What are you going to do with them?
Eat them, I suppose. I mean, it would be a shame to
Eat them
Right,
sadly.
Sadly, I just sort of.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Get in.
Anyway.
That is misleading.
Get in.
That's the right place.
Oh!
Chocolate and it's just
And you know it. What a monster.
Gorgeous.
Take him to
There's
5
I
under.
suppose, a handy hint on the
And it's
packet
time to
itself.
recap
If
that
you want
play.
to read the actual thing on the packet. But I
That
just
was asking too much.
I just saw the orange in the Reese's Pieces, and I felt the bag, and I assumed, but there you go.
Oh,
lovely.
Lovely.
Champions of the world.
Leading
We're
by
going
a
to have to
couple
do
of
something
months.
a little bit different on this podcast, James, because of the indifference I had before the game,
And now teeing
which
off on this
you
par
were
4
quite quick to point out after I enjoyed that Aubameyang goal.
Yeah.
I didn't do any player ratings on our Squad News, and a lot of people were sort of going, where's the player ratings? Some people were quite angry, where's the player ratings, you bastard? One guy even on Twitter said, so we won't get player ratings on a hashtag Community Shield game? Your bias is extraordinary.
Monster.
I don't know
Woo.
what bias.
You're very biased against the community, the Arsenal community. You're up in
They missed one
arms.
from around 120 yards out.
Shields have been greatly offended.
So at some point we'll do some very quick player ratings as we get towards the end of the discussion about this. So maybe towards the end of part 1 we'll do some very quick player ratings just to keep the player ratings people happy and to assure all
Oh, look at
player
that.
ratings will return when the Premier League
Beautiful.
is over
Pin
on
high,
Squad
inside
News.
the
We can do
range.
your own player ratings.
Almost
as
a
always.
gimme birdie there,
We'll
Luke.
be rating the shit out of the players.
See, that's
Don't
good
worry.
play.
So
6 birdies in a round. And that
Sorry,
will
I
take
think
him
I
to
can
6
be,
under.
stranger towards
Now,
the
current
this
leader
weekend
is up
before we get
by
into
3
things.
shots.
No, not as far as I can remember. So that's promising.
That's good.
You've arrived at a par 5.
Go on. It feels like you know something.
No. I was going to say, unless you've had some kind of trauma which you've blacked out.
Yeah, it could be that. Because Arsenal did win, so
Presumably, if anyone's thinking of me.
Are you paralysed?
Sorry, I should have said, yes, I've lost all the movement of my arms and legs. Sorry, yeah. I forgot.
Time for the second shot here.
Yeah, I tell you what, I really enjoy the Community Shield, and what drove me mad, by the way, was certain people on the internet. Some
It's a
fans,
brave one. Driver off
mainly
the
it's
deck.
journalists who wind me up, sort of criticising Arsenal for celebrating winning this game.
What are they supposed to do? Just stand there, money in hand, shake our bench ups, let's go home now. That's it.
I mean, honestly,
Getting ready to
it would
play
have
their
been-
third.
they would have been accused of treating the Community Shield with disrespect if they'd done anything other than celebrate it. I think it's ridiculous. And actually,
Get in! Oh, God.
it's been hugely seriously, and I think that's
Opportunity to make a
absolutely
birdie.
wrong. One of the things that's
And
been
mark
really
it down. That's birdie number 7 on the screen.
players,
And that will take him to
players
7 under.
kind of not
Right, Richmond made the turn now into the final 9. What are your thoughts so far?
Yeah, fantastic round today. Lots of golf games we played. Lots of great players chasing this player. Let's see if they can keep up the good work.
I mean, those Liverpool players, they had their hands over their eyes. They were, had their arms around each other. They
Be a
did
fairway
not
final
want to
to be.
lose this game.
Yeah.
And I think Arsenal's players really did want to win it and bring it home, and they did, so they should enjoy that.
Of course, it's just the nature of sport in itself. Like every game you play, whether it's a game of five-a-side against Sunday League, the Community Shield, the Champions League final, if you're playing in it, you want to win it. And I think you're absolutely right to point that out. Like, nobody's going around saying
this
the
is
Community
all
Shield is
over
the
it
greatest
like a
trophy
tropical
that you can win in
disease.
football or anything like that, which, you know, is a complete straw man. But the idea that you shouldn't celebrate winning a game against the champions at Wembley,
Absolutely.
you know,
In
the
there
penalty
close.
shootout with the
Good
drama
looking
and
birdie
everything else that
coming
comes
up.
with that, it is absolutely absurd to criticise that in any way.
That hurts.
I saw one.
Oh, it was terrible.
Sort of pick on one of the players.
The chances
and
were
it
right on
was
6
a tweet
feet.
from Kolasinac saying like, "Oh, first trophy of the season," and it was like, "Well, actually, it's not really a trophy."
That's the one that really
Yeah.
got
Like
me.
sound out of a good line.
Bullshit, that is.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Before the game was not that interested in it and not particularly
This is a short par four,
invested
always a
in
fun
the
hole.
outcome of the game one way
This
or the other.
hole
But as soon
is
as it
so important
started,
at this
you know,
critical time.
I
Go
was
forward,
into it. I was like,
lay it
okay,
back.
let's do
How
this.
much
Let's,
do you
know, when I
trust
thought
your
Liverpool had
swing?
scored, I was like, fuck. And then they didn't, and then we scored that great goal, and all of a sudden it was like, okay, let's go, let's do this. It's football, it's competitive, and it's two teams who are really going to have a go at each other.
And that's partly informed by the players. I mean, I think it was
Good
obvious,
risk
you know,
reward hole.
they were
So
there
they're taking plenty
trying
of
to
risk
get a
here,
result.
going for the
It's
green.
not like the game descended into fast. You know, there were 6 substitutions available, but it was actually quite a long time before anyone made.
Stop!
Surprised, to be honest. So, you know, it was a
Here
proper
we
game.
have
Kind
the
of
second shot into the 11th.
tactically, it was sort of more of the same, really. I mean, you know, it's interesting. Arsenal ended the season with games playing a
That's
certain
some
system
golf,
and a certain
particularly from
style.
that terrain.
And maybe it's not the worst idea to kind of
Good
carry
stuff
that on
today,
to the new season,
especially the
because
short
our
game
fixture list
is
has got
getting really
is
sharp
pretty
today.
tough.
Yeah, I mean, there's an element of if it ain't broke,
Leading by 4
don't fix
strokes
it. You
after
know,
that
when you're
one.
beating Liverpool, I know it was a slightly fortuitous victory against them in the Premier League, but when you're beating them, when you're beating Manchester City, when you're beating Chelsea playing a certain way, it doesn't make much sense to go for something new and radical, particularly when, as Mikel Arteta said beforehand, we've only
Going
had
with the
2
hybrid.
training sessions. You know, so
Wicked shot here.
you know,
That's
the
it.
idea
Towards
that
the
he can
green.
implement some new kind of strategy, formation, game plan, anything like that just isn't realistic.
If it ain't broke, and also if you have
Birdie
no
to
time,
last. This
don't
for
fix it.
another.
Yeah, true.
And I think, you know, that probably played into the selection to an extent. I mean, you know, William Saliba was there, he was available, he could have played, but I just wonder if he didn't want to quite throw him in at the deep end. And then Rob Holding, someone who was coached and has
just
played
missed.
in that system.
And they'll walk
You
away
know,
with a
under
par
him,
on this one.
3, 4
And after
weeks
that
ago,
effort,
so
let's take a look at
it
how
made
it stands.
sense to lean into that.
Yeah, I mean,
Now Leader is up
I
by
can
4
understand
shots
William
now.
Saliba for a game like this. You know, his introduction into English football. You know, there
Teeing
aren't
off here on the
many
13th
forward
hole.
lines as good as Liverpool's, and you know, if it had gone wrong, you throw this guy in and maybe dent his confidence before things even get going. So I understood the selection. I suppose one of the interesting parts of it is the fact that Holding on the day of the game, David Ornstein reporting that he's set to go on loan to Newcastle.
That's a
We'll
high
talk about
caliber
that
shot.
later because we've got
This shot here from
question
about
or two about that.
240
But
yards.
you know, there were other players as well, of course, in Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Emi Martinez, who
Interesting
had been
choice of
linked
the
away,
driver here.
linked with moves away. But I suppose you can look at, and Arteta said this afterwards, his selection of players as a show of faith, and in particular
And here we are with
Maitland-Niles.
the third shot.
He again made the point that the best way he can demonstrate faith in him and his desire to, you know, to have him in the squad and to show him that